Dude, all right, Riker, congratulations. Tonight's performance was incredible. I'm glad you were the last performer because you like stole the entire show.
Oh man, thank you for saying that.
I want to dive in and talk about like co-writing with Desmond Child and Andreas. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I mean, just the caliber of songs that those guys have put out. I was just like, whatever you guys say, yeah, hey, let's do that. I mean, I did what I could. I helped with lyrics and whatnot. But I mean, they are. Oh my gosh, I am so grateful to have worked with them on that because I think it's the best song I've ever been a part of,
Yeah.
and that's because of them. They're the geniuses behind that for sure.
Right. And you've been in the music scene for some time and done so many big things with music. But, coming to a show like tonight and getting to choose which song you want to perform and debut to the world, like what was it about this song that made you want to do that?
For this song, when I first heard like the rough demo, it was like, yes, it's a first listen song, at least in my opinion. Some songs you listen to it and you're like, oh, okay, I don't know, and then kind of takes a second to sink in. This song for me is one listen and you're in. You're all about it. You feel the vibes, and you're ready to just add it to your playlist. So I was like, we're going with that one.
That's it. Now, how big of a challenge, or was it easy for you? Was it to be on stage, perform without an instrument in front of you?
That was fun. That was a new thing. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe when I was like 9, doing like NSYNC dances. But yeah, it was a totally new thing. I got to kind of bring some of my Dancing with the Stars training out there. Did a little salsa. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think any sort of up-tempo song that I ever have, I'll set the instrument down and get into some salsa maybe.
I mean, you gave me the Latin Lover vibes the entire performance, which was awesome.
That was the goal. Just bringing just positive energy, positive vibes, and hopefully everybody felt better afterward than they did before. Yeah.
So tell me about the stage show and how involved were you with the entire set, and what did you feel was your most strong point tonight?
Oh gosh, I mean, I think really just the overall energy of the stage, like the colors, the excitement from the pyro, the confetti, the lasers. It all kind of comes together and creates this really just infectious vibe. I basically had a phone call or a Zoom with Paul and Jerry. They're like the heads of the creative, and we talked for about 30 minutes. I told them what I'm all about, which is like that positive energy, those good vibes. Talked a little bit about the song. And I said I wanted to have like a very high energy, colorful thing. And a couple of weeks later, they sent me back a PDF basically of like what their vision was. And I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. Awesome. And that's exactly what you saw on stage. Not all the time does that happen, like where you see it on paper. A lot of times, especially with music videos, like back in the day, you'd see a treatment on paper and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. And then you show up on set and you're like, this is nothing like we thought it was going to be. So that was literally paper to stage exact, and I'm so happy with it. So happy with it.
Now, I'm curious. I want to go back to R5, early R5 days,
yeah.
And the Andrew Goldstein collaborations that you guys did in the studio, to now that you've been able to work with other producers and do stuff on your own. Like, how much of a difference has it been now that you're working by yourself? And like, what do you feel you learned back in the day, like learning to create and produce and record with a group?
I learned to be a lot more collaborative. And not so like holding tight on like what you think you should be or what you think you should be saying, and just let be more of a team player. I feel like in R5 we were like, no, we're a rock band and we want to have guitars, and we were trying to like really stick to that. And whereas like all the record label and the producers were like, no, it needs to be a little bit more pop because of the audience and whatnot. And so with my stuff, I basically I put my input in, and I really work with the guys, but at the same time it's very, very collaborative, and I kind of trust the veterans, the guys with the experience, a little bit more than I did.
And the fact that you guys all kind of went on your separate ways to create your own musical, your musical outlets, how has that kind of helped or inspired you to, maybe if along the lines later on you guys get back together to do stuff, like how has that inspired you?
For me, I think it's just really digging down deep into like how I want to represent and like the things that I want to spread around the world, which is just nothing but love and positive vibes. I think sometimes songs can get a little bit moody or they're sad, and then there's a time and space for that, but not for me. I don't want to bring anything that doesn't make you not feel good. Or I don't know if I said that correctly. I only want to bring good vibes. That's all Riker Lynch, Riker and the Beachcombers, whatever it is. That's all. That's what it's all about.